Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are talking about lacrimal apparatus. The topics covered in this session are given. First, we talk about the general anatomy part, what is lacrimal apparatus. Then we come to the parts, the location of each parts, and we will end up this topic by talking a little bit about the clinical. So without further ado, let us start. Okay, so what do we mean by lacrimal apparatus mainly? So you look, the lacrimal apparatus, it is mainly the apparatus, or it is mainly the system which is responsible for production of tears along with for moisturizing or for moistening our conjunctiva. Yes, it is very required for removal of the dust particles. So this moistening is plays a crucial role in this aspect. Now what are the parts? So now we come to the parts of the lacrimal apparatus. The lacrimal apparatus consists of the lacrimal glands or the secretory glands and the lacrimal drainage pathway. So the lacrimal glands, it mainly includes, or the secretory glands include two glands mainly. First one, it is the main lacrimal gland, or simply you can say lacrimal gland. They are paired gland, almond shaped, and the second gland, it is the accessory lacrimal gland. Yes, so first we are having the lacrimal gland and second the accessory lacrimal gland. So the lacrimal gland, what is the position of lacrimal gland? So lacrimal gland is present in the lacrimal fossa. Remember that this lacrimal fossa is not similar with the lacrimal groove or the lacrimal sac. This lacrimal fossa, which houses the lacrimal gland, it is present in the it is present mainly the superolateral surface of the orbital cavity. Yes, superolateral wall of the orbital cavity, and it is mainly present in the frontal bone. So it is this lacrimal lacrimal fossa, it is mainly formed by the frontal bone. Now we come to the lacrimal drainage pathway. The lacrimal drainage pathway, it includes conjunctival sac. Then we are having lacrimal canaliculi, then lacrimal sac, and finally the tears or the lacrimal fluid drains through the nasolacrimal duct, and it opens into the inferior concha. Yes, so the sequence goes like this. First, from the lacrimal gland, suppose these are the lacrimal gland. From the lacrimal gland, especially from the main lacrimal gland, 6 ducts open. Okay, 6 ducts open where into the superior conjunctival fornix. At the level of the at superior conjunctival fornix, it mainly opens into the conjunctival sac. First, we talk about what do we mean by conjunctival sac. Look, we have two parts of conjunctiva. One which is lining the inner part of or the inner wall of the eyelids, and the second one which is lining the most superficial part of our eyeball. Okay, so the first part of the conjunctiva is known as palpebral conjunctiva, lining the innermost part of eyelid. On the other hand, the latter one is known as the bulbar conjunctiva. Suppose this is the eyelid I am drawing. Yes, and with the blue color I am drawing the eyeball. Suppose this is the eyeball. Yes, so you are having, this is the palpebral conjunctiva and this is the bulbar conjunctiva, and there is a line between this palpebral and bulbar conjunctiva which denotes the reflection of this conjunctiva, and this line is known as conjunctival fornix. Yes, there are two conjunctival fornix, superior and inferior conjunctival fornix. This is the superior conjunctival fornix, and the line of reflection between the line of reflection between the inferior palpebral and inferior bulbar conjunctiva is known as, yes, inferior conjunctival fornix. Let us draw it also. So if I draw, this is the lower eyelid, then there is a point of reflection, this point. This is known as inferior conjunctival fornix. Now there is another term left, which is conjunctival sac. So what is conjunctival sac? Remember that conjunctival sac, it is the potential space that is present between the palpebral and the bulbar conjunctiva. So this space is not generally so prominent, it is potential. Good, hence you see that the yellow colored region demarcated here, it is the conjunctival sac. After entering into the conjunctival sac, the lacrimal fluid, it will go to the lacrimal canaliculi. Now what do we mean by lacrimal canaliculi? In order to understand this, we have to move to another diagram. You see this? So this is the diagram for lacrimal canaliculi and the whole lacrimal apparatus as a whole. So these two ducts, these are not ducts, these are called canaliculi. These are known as lacrimal canaliculi. Here approximately at this region you are having the lacrimal gland. From this lacrimal gland, with the help of six ducts, the lacrimal fluid, it will be drained into the superior conjunctival fornix, in the level of superior conjunctival sac, and from this the fluid drains, and then it will actually go to the lacrimal canaliculi. Now before going into the lacrimal canaliculi, it first has to enter into lacrimal puncta. So what do we mean by lacrimal puncta? Remember that lacrimal puncta, it is actually the point of connection between the conjunctival sac and the lacrimal canaliculi. Hence, from the lacrimal gland to the lacrimal to the conjunctival sac, then lacrimal puncta, then the lacrimal canaliculus. Here you see that there is a bend. There was one vertical part and one horizontal part. So there is a bend between these two parts, and at this bend you are having a dilated region which is called ampulla. Okay, so after this lacrimal canaliculus, the fluid will enter into the enter into the lacrimal sac. And what is the location of this lacrimal sac? Yes, the lacrimal sac, it is present in the lacrimal groove of lacrimal bone. Hence, there is a general confusion between the lacrimal groove and the lacrimal fossa. Remember, lacrimal fossa of frontal bone, it houses the lacrimal gland. On the other hand, the lacrimal groove of lacrimal bone, it houses the lacrimal sac. Okay, so after entering into the lacrimal sac, the fluid, it will move downward, backward, and laterally. Okay, after this it will go to the nasolacrimal duct. So this duct that you are seeing, which is moving downward, backward, and laterally, this is known as nasolacrimal duct, and it is present in the nasolacrimal groove. After this, the lacrimal fluid, it will move, and finally it will open into the inferior nasal concha. Okay, so let us have a finishing touch with the help of this diagram, that the lacrimal, the fossa for the lacrimal gland, it houses the lacrimal gland. Then with the help of 6 ducts, it will open into the superior conjunctival sac. Here in the case, it enters into the superior conjunctival sac. Then it will, the fluid, the lacrimal fluid will move to the lacrimal sac, and the lacrimal sac is present in fossa for the lacrimal sac of lacrimal bone. And then here you are having the lacrimal sac, and from the lacrimal sac you are having nasolacrimal duct. This nasolacrimal duct moves downward, backward and laterally. Finally, it opens into the inferior meatus of nose. Yes, and inferior meatus of nose, it is present below the inferior concha of ethmoid bone. Okay. Finally, we are going to end this topic with the help of some clinical. So first we come to what do you mean by epiphora. Epiphora means it is excessive secretion of lacrimal fluid over the cheeks. Okay, so excessive secretion of lacrimal fluid. And what is the cause? Most probable cause of the epiphora, this is due to blockage of lacrimal drainage pathway. Yes, blockage of lacrimal drainage pathway. For example, if suppose this is the overall diagram of our lacrimal apparatus, then suppose at this region, at the level of nasolacrimal duct, there is some blockage. Then what will happen? From the lacrimal gland, the fluids are coming through the conjunctival sac. Then it will go to the lacrimal sac, and then the then it will go to the nasolacrimal duct. Here you are having the lacrimal canaliculus. Okay. Now, if there is any blockage, then what will happen? The flow of the lacrimal fluid through downwards, the nasolacrimal duct is obstructed, and hence there will be a backward flow of the lacrimal fluid, and it will actually flow out. It will flow out of the conjunctival sac, and the fluid, you will see that the fluid will flow over the cheeks. Yes, the person is constantly crying, and this will give rise to epiphora. Now, what will happen if there will be the removal of lacrimal gland? This is the second clinical scenario, that if we remove the lacrimal gland, we already say lacrimal gland is responsible for two functions. First, it is actually to moisten our conjunctiva, and second one is to produce the tears. Now, if the lacrimal gland is removed, then what will happen? That the accessory lacrimal glands will take the function to moisten our conjunctiva. That is why even if you remove the lacrimal gland for some surgery purpose, then the conjunctiva, you cannot see it dried completely. Yes? Okay. So in this manner, we have completed our lacrimal apparatus. First, we go to the general anatomy, then parts, then location with the help of some diagrams, and finally we will discuss two clinicals. One is the epiphora, and second one, removal of the lacrimal glands. So if you like my work, then please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.